Glory, glorious, you are. Hello, shalom, shalom. How are you guys doing? This is Drnabiyah, bringing you intimate truth. It's the truth that you embrace that makes you free. All right. Yes, we're in the book. I don't know. How long should I do this, guys? Let me know in the comments. Are you... Well, I know some people are enjoying it. Let me know in the comments. I have so many things going on, but I still read this and it's still good. All right, so you let me know. What are we doing? All right, so this one is January 15th and it's called New Chains. This is taken from the prophet Jeremiah, or Jeremiah in English. Chapter 40, verse 4. And now, behold, I loose thee this day from the chains which were upon thine head. Y'all know that's the King James Version all day. All right, and here is your letter from God. Breathe in the clean air of freedom. No one will harm you again. You will never hear the rattle of your chains dragging behind you. My freedom is permanent. The family chains hiding your DNA will be dissolved. The chains of the mind will shatter. The chains of bad habits will melt before you like snow in the sun. You will never need to look back. Nothing is following you. I have separated their tentacles from your very soul. Your insides have been reconstructed, and your heart, soul, and spirit are forever transformed. Now your chains are chains of mercy and truth, love and power. Wear these chains every day. Show them off. Chain as many people as you can to these chains, for they are everlasting chains of heaven. You are now a slave of love. Your heart has been circumcised, your spirit purged, and your emotions healed. Now you are ready to take your place in my army. Strap your weapons on, mount your horse, and blow the trumpet. Charge the enemy's camp and rescue his captives. Loose them and heal them. This is your true destiny. This is your true destiny, to unleash heaven on hell's captives and let the sound of freedom reign throughout the earth. All right, guys, so this is so good. New chains. And so, nobody really wants to be chained to anyone or to anything. However, God is speaking about new chains, being roped to him. Remember, Yeshua says, take my yoke, because his yoke is easy and his burden is light. So think about walking with the Lord. Think about, as you spend time with him, think about being loosed from the world. The shofar is really interesting. This one is polished. And so when you first get this cut away from the animal, like a believer is cut away from the world, and then they have to gut it out. It stinks. It's awful. The blood, all of the sinews, all of that stuff. And then they have to drill it for sound. And then they began to put this on the grinder, because this is never this smooth. It has all of these ridges, just like this one. But this has still been smoothed out, but you can't feel it, but you can see the ridges. That's what it looks like, but to a greater degree. So this is a ram's horn. This is a kudu, or a Yemenite. So what they have to do is to take this, put it on the grinder to smooth it out. And like us, when we first come to God, He has to smooth out a lot of our rough edges. And that's a lot of work. And again, the hole is there for sound, because He wants us to sound different. He wants us to look different. And He wants us to walk in our new purpose. And so in order for us to do that, we have to be locked into Him, literally chained to Him, where we can't go anywhere else, and we don't want to go anywhere else. Let me say it like that, because He's not trying to hold us hostage. And I remember years ago thinking about being a bondservant to the Lord, a slave for Him, a servant, because slave and servant, same thing. One just sounds a little nicer. As women, we are handmaidens, and men are bondservants, and they're manservants. And so, getting close to the Lord and letting Him lead and guide us, letting Him teach us, letting Him do all the things that only He can do on the inside of us. The only thing that's required is our yes and our obedience, and that we show up, and that we do the work, and that we lean not to our own understanding, and that we keep going, even when it's hard, even when we don't understand. There are some things I don't understand right now. I know a lot of things, but I don't know everything. But I have to trust the Lord for the process. I trust the Lord that He is going to reveal, and I trust the Lord. He knows the way that I take. And my name is written on the palm of His hands, and so are yours. So with that, I want you to think about the new chains, to be bonded, to be a servant, to even move past being a servant, but more than that, to be a friend of God. I am drnabiyah, to bring intimate truth. It's the truth that you embrace that makes you free. Shalom. Sound the trumpet.